go. So, just had some thoughts. Here I am on a amazing catamaran thingy that we've hired out as a family for the week. It's just absolutely beautiful. We're here docked in at Hamilton Island, and there's some sick as other boats around. And it's interesting, I was chatting to guys on the boat just along from that boat. Massive yacht. Somewhat similar to is there another one around? No, not really. Anyway, just a beautiful boat, and there's two blokes just sitting out the back of it. Let's see if I can see them actually from here. Yeah, that one just there. Anyway, you can't see. So just walking past, and I thought similar sort of thing, reality transurfing. In one reality, I keep walking. In the other reality, I stop and say g'day and try and make a connection. And so I did, just said, beautiful boat, guys. It's amazing. And I said, is this one of your boats, or did you hire it out for the week? And the other guy points to the other guy and says, nah, this is his boat. He's worked hard for it. Actually, no, he didn't say that. He said, it's his boat. I was like, wow, that's fantastic, man. Do you mind if I ask what you did to be able to afford a boat like that? And he kind of just kicked back, laughed, and said, you just do. And I was like, okay. Alright, thanks, man, that helps. Nah, but, and then the other bloke chimed in and said he worked hard for it. So anyway, we got chatting, had a bit of a conversation, and I kind of walked away from it. I didn't end up making any great connections in terms of like phone number exchanges or anything. I did manage to exchange the phone number of another dude I met earlier today, looking at the windows of a real estate company, just looking at all the different properties. I said, "You're looking to buy one, mate?" And then we got chatting. Ends up turning out that he owns 4 properties in Sydney, just bought one in Brisbane. We exchanged phone numbers. I said, if you ever come to Brisbane, let me know and I'll take you for a bit of a tour around. He said, yeah, mate, we'll do. If you ever come to Sydney, likewise. So I was like, that's pretty cool. But I just thought with network connections, like my thought process from meeting those two guys, they both work in tech, I'm not sure where. They said they drove their yacht up from the Gold Coast up to here. And I just thought that, okay, if I want to find out who they are, what they do, what company they work for, I can look at their yacht, figure out the name of it, try and find out who owns it, find them, find their company, find their phone number, give them a call, say, hey, it's the guy from Hamilton Island, just want to chat, blah, blah, blah. But then I thought I could just do that with anyone. Like, I could just force a network connection by looking up yachts or planes and the owners of them, what they do for work, figure out their phone number or email, or even go into their place of work. Sorry if there's a bit of wind noise here. And let me try and just try and connect and say, hey mate, I just saw your blah blah blah, or I saw your company do this, or I saw this piece of news. That's probably going to be really bad for audio. Let's see if this is any better. And I just thought, like, you know, blah blah blah, get chatting, try and meet up in person, and just do that, like cold calling like 150 times, and then maybe get like 3 or 4 connections out of it, meet up for coffee, chat with them. Because like if I was at that stage and had someone young call, provide value, that's the other thing. I gotta work out what value I can provide to that person. And before every phone call, if I just spend 10 minutes thinking about the value that I can offer, you know, I can figure it out. So, yeah, like, I need to get to a point where every day, every second day, I just make one phone call. And then potentially even have like a person in the Philippines, like Razor, who's my current girl. And just have them find out these people, scrape the phone numbers, put them in a list, or just send me one on WhatsApp every day at a certain time. And I just make that phone call, see what happens. Just consistent effort. I've been reading this book, The Compound Effect, And it just talks about our consistent daily habits and how they compound over time. And that would be one, just like making a connection with people who are, 15, 20 years ahead of me, and just chatting. Just saying, hey, like, I want to skip the next 15, 20 years. You've just, like this guy down here, he spent the last 8 years grinding. I don't know how hard, but his mate said he worked hard for it. And, company in tech. It's actually funny, he said to me that, we were sitting back on Whitehaven Beach looking at this other boat, which is funnily, it's 2 boats down from them, thinking to ourselves, wow, wouldn't it be good to own a boat like that? 8 years later, here we are in this boat. So I was like, wow, that's a sick story. So, but that 8 years, like, that's a wealth of knowledge in his head about what it takes to get to a level of wealth and success in business to afford a boat like that. So I'm just like, mate, can I just suck the information out of your brain to skip that 8 years? Or maybe you can't skip it. Maybe you just got to go through it, because in everyone scales and leverages in a slightly different way. So maybe it's just a matter of going through it. But anyways, little win, little thought of networking and upskilling and just forcing that connection with people who are 20, 30 years on, who have achieved what I want to achieve, and how to make that connection, bridge that gap. And it's just reducing the fear, like doing it with that real estate guy, got that phone number, did it with these guys, didn't get the phone number. But in another reality, I had a better conversation and, amused them more, to the point where they even invited me on the boat, to the point where they gave me, they wanted to give me their phone number and said, hey, let's connect next time, blah, blah, blah. But in this reality, not quite there. So, oh, yep. Sweet. Gonna head out for dinner. Peace out.